everybody. It's Tuesday Night Live.
March
Time for the Big Huddle. March the 9th. I can't believe it's March.
I can't either.
Have you seen on Facebook where people will say, 1 year ago this week, we had no idea what was ahead of us? Was this like the last week last year where we did not know we were going to be locked down and wearing masks and...
No idea.
I'm so over it.
Just remember watching when right now we were watching it in China, and I saw people walking around in the subways and on the streets, and they all had masks on. I'm like, oh my God, how horrible that existence must be. That would never happen here. I mean, that just was totally off my radar. Amazing. And then I went in the grocery store the other day and forgot my mask and got all the way to the checkout. Self-service checkout, which is a good thing. And all of a sudden I'm looking around at everybody. I'm like, oh, I don't know how. I just rushed in.
Did they say anything?
Nobody said a thing. I'm in the little JC store in Charlestown, so it's not like I was in Sam's Club or anything.
Yeah, JC's will let you go. They'll let you go. Well, we've made it though. We've survived.
We have
survived this year. I'm kind of over it. I'm ready to lose the mask, but we
done
won't
some
go there.
good pivots. I thought last week was really great. I thought she shared some really great ideas and did make working virtually more simply. Simplicity, the simple part of it. So yeah, I thought that was fun. I thought it was a great meeting. If you haven't had a chance to watch last week's, make sure you go back to the post and watch it. It's an hour long, and it's long, and she covers a lot of stuff. So, if you need to break it into a couple pieces, but be prepared to take notes. It was a great training.
It was good. Well, before we jump into tonight, I just want to remind you all that a week from yesterday is the end of the quarter. It's like third quarter. Can you believe it? Like, when I was a kid, it was forever between Christmases. Like, now as an adult, it's like, are we really in our third quarter of this seminar year? I can't hardly stand it. But I want to congratulate our already star consultants. We have Tracy Baker, who's already a Ruby. Woo! She's only 513 to Diamond. Tracy, you can do that. I know you can do that. Nora Palmieri is a Sapphire. Woo! Just 560 to Ruby. Done, right? I am a Ruby, 510 to Diamond. I'm out of everything. So it's like, I'm going to make sure that gets done. Diane Vaughn, $164 to be in a Sapphire. I think you can do that. Linda Kamer is really close, around 534. Chantel, 595. Anetta, 853. What can you make happen in the next 6 days? Okay. It can happen. So lots of ideas out there. I know you guys know what to do, and just reach out and touch base with your customers and see what you can make happen between now and March the 15th.
Clinical solutions. You can do that with a phone call or a text. I promise you can. It really is really. So it's the easiest thing. If you need $1,000, 10 clinical solutions, and you're there plus some. So make that, just work it. Work it. I did not look up my numbers. I'm not even going to tell you about this afternoon. But anyway, I do know that I am already a Sapphire Star, and I know Bretta is this close. And then we have a handful of people that are very close to finishing their stars. So this is a good quarter with almost a week left to really push it and go. They're ready for change. They're ready for new stuff. They're ready for some things. They're ready to hear from you. So if they haven't heard from you recently, get on the phone and let them know about what's new in Mary Kay. And, send some samples out and, get some virtual parties booked. 'Tis the season that people are looking just to do something new, something fun. So I think this is a good time to really, push into fourth gear for the final 4 months of our seminar year. Oh my gosh. Okay, Nora said that's why she did a power hour before the meeting. Good for you. Did you have some results? And so was your, pop on, go unmute yourself, Nora. Well, if we can hear you okay. I just want to know, because I know there's different ways to do power hours. Some people, their power hour is, getting their head on straight and spending some time with God. But it sounds to me like this power hour for you was a power hour of booking and selling and coaching and whatever you needed to do in your business. So what did you cover in that hour?
I really just went through my list of people that I haven't, because it dawned on me that, oh my gosh, it's the end of the quarter and I'm not anywhere near numbers I want to be for this quarter. So which is on. And I just been texting, and fortunately they're all fun. Actually, you hear a lot of things if I don't mute myself. But just texted, hey, just checking in. How's everything in your house? How's your Mary Kay supply? Doing a quick checkup from the neck up, that kind of thing. So I think I've probably just reached out to maybe 40 people in the last
40
hour.
people.
Yeah.
Wow.
In 1 hour.
Well, copy paste, copy. I mean, I do Scipio, but there are some people I just wanted to personalize it. So today it was easier to just do one at a time. But like the retinol, when we came out with clinical solutions, I did blast it out with Scipio big time. So just trying to drum up more business. It's been really slow here, so I'm just trying to do something, get the ball
I
rolling
had
again.
a slow couple of weeks, and then I had the clinical solution sales and a slow couple of weeks right after that. But now it seems like, I don't know, got people coming in. My sales just picked up in the last 3 or 4 days like crazy. My, just my reorder business and people calling and placing orders. So I don't know, but
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
40 people. When's the last time you reached out to 40 people? That's great.
Me or everybody else?
No,
everybody. An hour ago.
Susan.
I'm guessing it's been more than an hour ago for most people.
Well, I mean, I do still try to stick to that Monday motivator that we used to do, that I really do try to do 10 a day. I mean, so I'm making up for the weekend. I didn't do any over the weekend. So
good for you. Cool. Good for you.
Well, shall we jump in and take them on a little ride?
I think we should take a little ride, take a little walk down memory lane.
Yes, we are both just a year apart in our age, right, Teresa?
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
Year apart in our age in Mary Kay, because I celebrated 33 years in the company in February. And is today your 32nd anniversary?
Yes, today's March 10th.
Day. Well, tell everybody, what do you remember about when you joined and why? Anything that just kind of sticks out to you about your decision-making process 32 years ago, or how it came about?
Yeah, I think the main thing that I've always said when I've kind of given my brief story is that you just never know who you're asking. And this was the last thing. If you gave me a list of 50 things that I might be doing, this would have been at the very bottom, because I was very prejudiced about party sales and direct sales, and nobody could book me. I just was kind of snobby about that. But I knew that I needed something else in my life. And when Mary Kay came in, and God's always got a plan, and it was somebody in my office that mentioned it to me and actually gave me a Career Moves. Anybody remember Career Moves videotape that I got home? And I watched it and I was impressed. And she actually called me and followed up. And the consultant that gave my friend the video called me and followed up and came over to spend some time with me on a Saturday morning. I thought, I'll listen to her. Had a 2-year-old at home and was just sitting there listening to what she had to say. And the only thing I thought was, what do I have to lose here? And it was a $100 decision then. It's a $100 decision now. Well, it's $30 decision or $130 decision, whichever way you want to look at it. But I think the main thing is that I didn't think about it too much. I just went to Bob and said, I am thinking about doing this Mary Kay thing. And he said, and here's what I remember. And I always say this, and I'm so thankful for his support and his love and his encouragement. He said, if you want to command your income and be in charge of your time and your flexibility, you need to be in sales. And, I was like, oh, I don't think I like sales, but I love sales, because selling is sharing. And I think selling is communicating, and sharing it's all a part of relationships. And when you learn that that's really what it's about, I'm not trying to talk anybody into anything they don't need. I'm just sharing what I love about what I do and the products that I love. And if they want to purchase them, great. And I think when you learn that. So really that was it for me. Bob said, you need to try it. And I thought, I'll give it a try. And at the very least, I get my cosmetics at wholesale. And at the very best, maybe this is what I'm looking for. And I went to my very first Mary Kay meeting by myself. By the way, if you haven't heard this before, I've never seen her talk to my recruiter since that day. And she told me where the meeting was. She told me when it was. And I went to my first meeting and I walked up to Lucinda and I said, I think you're my director. Introduced myself. And, I fell in love from that moment on with the people, with the products, with the company, and everything about it. I was in. And then I went to career conference that March, because career conference is in March, right after is a brand new baby. And then I went to seminar that summer, and that solidified it. I was in, I was done. And that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So Suze, what about you?
Oh, well, I had a Mary Kay party. And at the end, my consultant said, have you ever thought about doing something like this? And I said, okay, that's my story. I said, okay, this sounds fun. And I just had a blast. Diane was one of my very first facials. I remember I had this little event at my apartment over the State Farm Insurance office. Do you remember that, Di? Yep. And Teresa Brady came from Charleston, Illinois, and we did this little glamorama. And Di was there, and I remember Angie Vaughn, I don't know, Denise Cessna, I mean, that whole group of people. Gosh, that was forever ago, 33 years ago. And yeah, I mean, I just remember that little apartment with the red carpet and paneling, and I lived in this little town. And so don't let anybody tell you that a little town, you can't do well in it, because our first whole car team came from that little town of about 6,500 people. And Diane was one of them. In fact, Diane, you were part of my very first car team. I know that. Frida Kennedy was number 12. And so it's just great memories. Just a ton of fun. My very best friend at the time was Sabrina Austin. And she said, do not ask me to have a party. Do not ask me to buy any of that crap, because I will not. You have been bamboozled, and it's cult, and you're the yo-yo of the century. And I said, okay, I won't ask you. And so I started holding parties with everybody else. And she finally called me. She goes, okay, I'll have a party, and ended up becoming a recruit for a little while. It was just fun. I mean, when I look back 33 years ago, we're going to show you a few pictures tonight. So let's just go to my screen, shall we? Let's see. Hopefully, now tell me, can you see this big enough, or is it little bitty?
Big. It's big. It's really big. So is my hair and yours.
Oh my gosh. Yes. This is one of my dearest favorite pictures. I was a newlywed. This was January of 2000. I'd just been married in December. Look how happy and glowing I am. And Teresa, this was out, I believe, out in like Phoenix or somewhere like that, because Tracy, you're now a hairdresser, did my hair that night. I'll never forget that. And we were at an event, you guys, where Mary Kay brought in Cirque du Soleil.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm. The Cirque du Soleil performed for all the sales directors that night. And there's Vicki O'Bannon, one of my dear buddies, who really truly taught me how to be a sales director. We were both single, and I would be at her house really late working on newsletters, and we did our meetings together. It was such a fun event. Tracy, you look stunning in this picture. Just beautiful. Look at us in our bright lipstick. These crack me up, these pictures, because all the hairstyles over the years, but this was our unit's very first unit club, $450,000. So this would have been back in like 1995, 96, something like that. So proud. If you guys haven't muted, make sure you do so we don't hear background noise. You can mute yourself. This is a favorite memory too. We're taking you, if you wonder where the trip was, it's down memory lane tonight. This was, do you remember, Teresa, when the company had this big event? I don't know if this was career conference or a leadership. I think it was career conference, where it was just this big costume party, or we dressed as movie characters. Is that what it was?
It was leadership conference. And I think we might have been in New Orleans, but I'm not sure. One of our New Orleans trips, but I'm not sure.
Yes.
I do remember.
We had to dress as movie characters because I still have that little frame of Mary Kay. It was something about the star in you or something like that. There was always a great theme. And if you're wondering, I'm Marilyn Monroe. Okay. So that was kind of fun. This is a fun memory. I think this was New Orleans, Teresa. I remember this really cool boutique hotel we went in. Good grief, I still have those jeans. I wore them today. How old are my clothes? But had more fun in New Orleans, and that's Linda Kamer. She was the director at the time. Just great experience. I loved all the times we would go out and we'd be on Bourbon Street and karaoke, and just a really good time. I don't know where this was. It was another leadership, some kind of steakhouse. Yeah, we drank. But this was just another really good time. I love this picture. And that's the fun thing about being a director is I have great memories with all of you, and you'll see a few of those in this quick little slideshow. But when you get to go just as directors, it's, I don't know, how would you describe it, Teresa? Just really, I don't know, special sisterhood, advanced training. Just we'd come back just wanting to be our very best for all of you. It was really a good time. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this picture made it. That's me.
Glamour shots. Well, we did
Yep.
a lot of glamour shots back in the day. That was a big thing.
Yeah, tell about that.
Oh my
Remember
gosh.
John Maxwell coming?
Oh my gosh. We had, John Maxwell. As a matter of fact, for those who have been in the Mary Kay biz for a while, he passed away last year. I saw something on something. Yeah, he was really our first and original makeup artist. And then we would, for our meetings, many times have glamour shots, and people would come in and we'd, do their hair. We'd have hairdressers and we'd do their makeup, and we'd have props and just so much fun, and have professional photographers come in and do these photos. And they were really fun. They were a big deal.
Linda Chupin swears that her whole national area was built on these glamour shot nights. And I would believe that because we'd be there till after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Everybody waiting in line. And I remember being at a John Maxwell workshop. John Maxwell was our Robert Jones and our Lori Hawk back in the day.
He was.
And he was really good. And I still do my eye makeup the way John taught me. I mean, a few little tips from Lori and Robert, but boy, this was fun. I mean, look at that hair. Oh my gosh. Nora, this is a favorite. And I'm going to click to the next picture because I know that was one of your favorite dresses ever of seminar. And so countless seminars together in our formal gowns and walking across stage and blowing kisses. And this was, I'll never forget that dress, Nora. I know that was one of your favorites, right? I don't know if you're muted still.
She's not.
Absolutely.
It is. That one and the burgundy one were my two favorites. Yes.
Oh, yes. And how many times did we have Teresa come into our bathroom and we did your makeup and your hair, and it was just always like a Miss America pageant.
Thank God.
No, it was just so fun. There's a great video somewhere of us in the bathroom where Teresa's we're like, remember, all makeup is a mess until the last swipe of mascara. Always such a good time. There we are. That was our sock hop or something that we had at seminar.
That was so fun that night.
That was so fun. It was that 50s night. Yeah, that was so fun.
And here we are. Oh, they always have such great props, so many great photo ops, like this next one, I believe. There's Tracy. This is one of my favorites.
That's the best one ever.
Tracy Baker. with her scarf in the background. But I mean, look at that cute little pink Cadillac prop. And just tons and tons of fun. And there's me and my girlfriend. Always got to get a great shot. Lots of wonderful memories. And this, Teresa, you want to talk about this?
Oh my gosh. Really, probably. And I started writing down just real quickly today, just some of my favorite memories. And I probably could have just spent hours on it, but it goes on and on. But going on the cruise. I mean, you know, I knew when the company introduced that 2 years ago, whatever it was, January 2018, I think, that we had to do this. I mean, you know, because we had talked about trips together and all the trips that we've had, and I called you up and I said, we are going on this cruise. That just is, we are doing this. She's like, we are? And I'm like, yes, we are. And such a fun time. I mean, from beginning to end, Mary Kay just does this stuff so amazing. I mean, it's just from the time we got on the plane to the time we got on the boat to the time we got off the boat, everything was covered, everything was done, it was just a special, special, special time. Do you have a picture of us with the stingrays?
I think so. Let's see. Well,
yeah, there we go.
To be in order right there.
I mean, you know, it was just an amazing memory, every bit of it. I mean, the food, the people, the fun, and spending time with you and Reg, it was a really, really amazing memory. Fun time.
Reg was just talking about that last night. He goes, that was one of the best times I have ever had. He goes, I was not anybody who ever would have chosen to go on a cruise, but now he's all about them. You know, because we just had something to do all the time.
I mean, there haven't been very many cruises since then. And, you know, just, I think so grateful that we had that opportunity when we did.
Really, really fun. There we are. Because you would just go out into the center of the boat and there was a band playing and just comedy shows and, oh, weren't we in some game about like name that tune?
Or we did. Oh my gosh. That was the funniest thing. When you're put on the spot, you cannot think of a name of a song. It's like when you're on a stage and you're put on the spot, we were cracking up.
Yeah, it was. And Teresa goes, you will not beat Susan, but somebody beat me because like they'll turn to you and they'll stick the mic in your face and you have to sing a song. And you think this is so easy, but you can't sing anything that somebody else has sung. And I ended up singing Jesus Loves Me and somebody else had already sung it and I was out. But you're just like, it was a great game. Really, really good time. Oh, and there we are. We were there over Halloween, weren't we?
We were.
And it was Bob's birthday.
Our anniversary. Yep.
Yep. Oh, I look lovely. Very fun. I threw this one in there just because of all the cars and all the fun. And remember Stars and Cars? I was on my way to Stars and Cars this particular night. My parents came. That's my parents' van. And Linda would rent out, what was it, the Louisville Gardens? And are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Okay. The Louisville Gardens. I mean, Linda would say, we do things big in Mary Kay. And we would have all the stars would walk across the stage. We had fashion shows. We had live entertainment. My sister-in-law Tanya sang.
We had Elvis Presley.
Yes, we did. We did. We would have like dry ice, the smoke that would come out. We did seminar in the Louisville Gardens.
We did.
It was crazy. I was always in charge of the music behind. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget. We had a Stars and Cars one time where I was in charge of the music, and this is when we had cassette tapes. Okay, this is how long ago it was. And I'll never forget, we had to play the song and the tape got stuck. Have you ever had a cassette tape where you pull it out of the thing and all the tape is like this, like, oh my gosh. And so Vicky radios down to Linda too, and she goes, stall, you got to tell a story. So Linda's telling a story about her very first party when people got out a joint and started smoking pot, sitting around the Mary Kay table. And I'm taking my pencil. Okay, y'all that are old enough, you know how you rewind a cassette tape with a pencil and had to get that all wound back up there so we could start it. Oh my gosh, such hysterical memories. And Linda on stage talk about smoking dope. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It was so much fun and so funny. Live entertainment, the whole 9 yards. There we are, crossing the stage. I must have been leadership or seminar. I don't know, because we were cruise winners.
Yeah, that was seminar.
Such a good time. Seminar.
Yep.
Okay, here we are. Oh, this is Teresa. This is one of the best memories ever. I think the next picture shows it the best. You want to tell about this one?
Oh my gosh. So this is in Santa Monica. Well, we stayed in Santa Monica, but leadership was in LA. But Susan's husband got us an amazing place at a spa hotel in Santa Monica. And honestly, when we went, we didn't even know what the room was going to cost. We're just like, we're in Santa Monica, we're in a spa hotel, we really don't care. And we go into the room. First of all, because her husband is a GM, you know, they wanted to impress his wife and her girlfriend. So they like greeted us we were treated like celebrities the entire time we were there. They had swag in our room, and that's what this is our in the room the first night, and there was chocolates and a beach bag and a beach towel and all kinds of goodies just in the room. And every night we'd come back, they'd have new stuff, and they'd see us out to the car, and they would ask us if we needed to go anywhere, to know anything. And so one of the things that we said was, you know, we came in a day early, and we wanted to just kind of do some sightseeing, and they said, go to the Beverly Hills Hilton. That's something you want to see. It's not far from here, and you definitely want to do that. So we did. We went to the Beverly Hills Hilton, and I was kind of like, what was going on?
Oh, it was the Golden Globes?
Golden Globes were going on. And I was like, oh, I wonder if we're going to see any celebrities. I wonder if we're going to, and then Susan and Linda are going, yeah, we don't care about any celebrities. And so I think when we first walked in, we saw some basketball. It wasn't Kobe Bryant. Was it Kobe? It was
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. That's right.
Mm-hmm. And we saw Don Draper from Mad Men. I can't think of his name. John Hamm. And I think we saw Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
I mean, it was just like, okay, so what? I don't know if this next picture is it or not. There we are getting ready to go out and sightsee. Oh, that's a wholly different thing. Okay, wait a minute, see if I can find us. Hold on. Up. There it is. So we go to this hotel. Now this is the hotel that's on the cover of the Eagles album, Hotel California. Okay. And we're sitting there, and Teresa starts going, Susan. And I turn around, and that is Richard Gere right behind me. And I got to tell you, I couldn't care less about any movie stars except Richard Gere. So when I realized that was him, and I'm like listening to his conversation, I hear that sexy voice. And that night we went back to the room, and we watched the movie that he was in, for which he was up for a Golden Globe. And, or I don't know, maybe it was the night before. I don't know. We had seen it. And Linda starts looking, oh, I know what it was, Teresa. We watched the movie the night before. Then we see him that day. And that mug, that coffee mug that's on the table, was the mug he used in the movie.
And that he had a leather bracelet on, and he was wearing the leather bracelet. It's called Inception, or I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was a great movie.
I don't know.
It was better.
But it was so cool. And that leather mug.
Both hyperventilating. I'll just tell you that. And I'm trying to take the picture. We don't want to be obnoxious. But I'm trying to get Susan and Richard in the same picture. And then Gina Davis walked by. She was in one of the cabanas that were, I mean, yeah, it was pretty special. It was really
special. I was a little starstruck after that.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good time. So let me just go back a couple. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know where this was that I was on a campus.
That was in California. That was Coronado Island. That one with the
leadership. Yep, another leadership. They were so fun. I like my hair there. I think I like that. Okay. So anyway, all the different haircuts. This is kind of special to me. I was looking at pictures about how I've been able to involve my babies just a little bit. And I adore this picture with Linda Tupin. The kids would come to I don't know if this was French Lick or if this was up at the hotel, and the kids came in and got their picture taken with Linda. So all my friends have known my babies from the beginning because I was pregnant in Mary Kay. I was single, pregnant, single, married, pregnant, nursing, all the way. This is Coronado Island, I think. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's another just great, great memory. Here we are, of course, when microdermabrasion first came out. That was really a fun time. Another great leadership conference. I love this picture because my girlfriend's down in Jeffersonville. Even though I was married and up in India, I would go down about once a month. and do an event with Teresa, and they threw a baby shower for me, and that's when Jade's in my belly. So I just love that memory. That was really, really fun. This was my very first pink Cadillac. Reggie went with me to pick it up, and he took me out that night for Dom Perignon. We walked into the restaurant, and he had clued them in, and as I walked in, they were playing Pink Cadillac. So just a fun, special memory. Another great one. I loved this suit. We looked like we stepped out of Mad Men. That was such a cute suit. We looked like, it was like Jackie O. Another great leadership conference. There we are. I don't know where we are there, Teresa, but just beautiful.
That was a purple suit. That was a long time ago. That was a very purple suit.
Gosh, that was a long year wearing that purple suit, because I felt like I looked horrible in it all year long, but whatever. Another great one that's out in California. Oh, aren't I a hot one there? Do you still have your director picture somewhere, Teresa? Look at that hair. Oh my gosh. 1995 that was taken. Yep. I thought red would be a nice color for my hair, but no. My senior had red hair and she convinced me to do it. Oh goodness. Teresa, I love this picture. Look at them legs, girl.
Woo!
This cute.
I sure
You and Chrissy Benfo. Yep. It was a Saturday event. You know, we used to do these big career moves, brunches and breakfast, and there's Teresa with the mic. I just love it. And this is the last one of my favorites. You guys see a version of that on our Pink Huddle picture, but I think in Phoenix, I never knew where we were. I don't know. But we had that 50s event, and we went as the Pink Ladies. So just super, super cute. So anyway, just wanted to share just a few memories with you guys, because it's been a lot of decades of Mary Kay, and I can't be more grateful for the girlfriends.
The thought that I want to leave everybody with is, I'm just looking at who's on here with us tonight, and thinking about the women that are in our units. I wouldn't know any of you if it weren't for Mary Kay. And I probably wouldn't know 90% of the people in my life, in my unit, if it weren't for Mary Kay. And Susan, one of my favorite memories was, because we didn't know each other when Susan came in and I came in. It was probably a couple of years before we really kind of met and started to get to know each other. And Susan lived not far from me. She was single at the time and living in Jeffersonville. And so we would start our day out together once we became girlfriends, and she would come over early in the morning. We'd have a cup of coffee, we'd have prayer time, and then we'd take our dogs for a walk on the golf course and get our day started. We'd kind of come up with our to-do list for the day, and she'd go off her way and I'd go off my way, and we'd get our day busy. That's the way we started our day for a couple of years, I think, until you and Red got married. So again, you know, invest yourself in this business, because the rewards are so many, and the gifts and the things that came out of the starter kit continue to evolve. I mean, it's still so special. I'm still so grateful every day and thankful for this business. I wake up some mornings and think about the people who have to go into work every day and wear a mask all day long. And I know that's some of you, and I can't even imagine how hard that would be. Or the mothers that are having to figure out, you know, homeschooling and care for their kids during this last year. And, you know, again, I'm just thankful to Mary Kay. I'm thankful that I said yes. And I'm thankful that I treated this business like a business from the get-go, because I knew that that's what it was. And I'm thankful for each one of you in my life. This is what this journey has been all about. And I can't imagine it ever ending. It's just every day is a great day. And it's because of this company and the woman that started this company, and the foundation that we've been taught about relationships and people, because that's what it's all about. I love.
True. Yep. Well, happy anniversary, Teresa.
And happy anniversary.
Grateful for all of you. Glad to know you. Thank you for giving us 30 minutes tonight just to humor us a little as we went down memory lane. And I know there's going to be a whole lot more memories with all of you. So
I have a little closing that
okay.
I found out of my little memory book. I grabbed this out and I love this. This is a prayer for new beginnings by Pastor Rick Warren. Today I'm stepping across the line. I'm tired of waffling and I'm finished with wavering. I've made my choice. The verdict is in and my decision is irrevocable. I'm going God's way. There's no turning back now. Since my past has been forgiving and I've a purpose for living and a home awaiting me in heaven, I refuse to waste any more time or energy on shallow living, petty thinking, trivial talking, thoughtless doing, useless regretting, hurtful resenting, or faithless worrying. Instead, I will magnify God, grow to maturity, serve in ministry, and fulfill my mission in the membership of his family. I won't be captivated by culture, manipulated by praise, frustrated by problems, debilitated by temptation, or intimidated by the devil. I'll keep running my race with my eyes on the goal, not the sidelines or those running with me. When times get tough and I get tired, I won't back up, back off, back down, back out, or backslide. I'll just keep moving forward by God's grace. I'm spirit-led, purpose-driven, and mission-focused, so I cannot be bought, I will not be compromised, and I shall not quit until I finish the race. I'm a trophy of God's amazing grace, so I will be gracious to everyone, grateful for every day, and generous with everything that God entrusts to me. Whatever it takes, Lord, whatever it takes. So.
Oh, love it.
Love it. I love you guys. Thanks for being in my life and being on this journey with me. I just love doing life with you girls.
Same to you. Have a good night, you guys. Finish your star. Have an awesome week. Love you bunches. Mwah. Good night.
Night.